The opposition reiterated today that any foreign agreement, including the AXA, SOFA and Millennium Challenge cooperation agreements, should be approved in Parliament.
The president clearly states that he does not agree to approve these agreements. Even after this, the government is adamant to proceed in this regard.
හිතුවක්කාර ලෙස කටයුතු ඉදිරියට ගෙන යන්න උත්සාහ දරනවා.
මේවා අපි එහෙම එකක වෙන්නේ නැහැ. මෙතුමාලා මේ ඉල්ලුමවනවා. ඒ කියන ඒවට එකක වෙන්නේ නැහැ.
ඔබතුමාලා කැබිනට්
You are not part of the cabinet. The statements you make saying that you will not agree are not valid. The Prime Minister must make this statement in Parliament.
කියන්න ඕනේ මේ පාර්ලිමේන්තුවට.
2007 අත්සන් කරපු
The agreement that was signed in 2007 was presented in Parliament. However, did this government present the agreement signed in 2017 to Parliament? This cannot be enforced based only on the 2007 agreement. An additional agreement is required for it to be enacted. That additional agreement was not signed, thereby it was not enacted. But the 2017 agreement deals with the enactment of the agreement. There is no need for an additional agreement. We will have to surrender our state powers to the powers of a foreign state. This can be cited as a betrayal for 30 silver coins. This is the greed they have for the $480 million US.
80ට තියෙන ගිජුකම.
කිවිසුම ඉස්සෙල්ලා බස්සන් කරුවේ ගෝඨාභය
Gotabaya Rajapaksa was the first person to sign the AXA agreement. If signing the AXA agreement is a betrayal of the country, then Gotabaya Rajapaksa has betrayed the country. We only extended the agreement that he signed, and it's not something new. It was Madam Chandrika in '95 who had first exchanged documents on the SOFA agreement. These are the things that they started. We have signed these agreements after obtaining the approval of the Attorney General. These agreements do not include anything that is detrimental to the country. Their presidential candidate left us and went to America during the height of the war. He got US citizenship and obtained all the possible concessions from the US government.
මේ වගේ උදව් කරන රටකට ඇයි ගරහන්නේ බොළඳ තර්කයක්
This is a foolish argument. I would like to remind him that if he looks into where Gandhi pursued his education and where Nelson Mandela pursued his education, it was at these imperialist countries that they received their education.
රටවල්වලට නිදහස ලබා දුන්නේ
Millennium Challenge Corporation ගිවිසුම
Even if the Millennium Challenge Cooperation Agreement is signed, it cannot be enforced without the approval of Parliament. Freehold of land is only enjoyed by 20% of the people of this country. We have to eventually increase this to 30% and then 40%.
වැඩි කරන්න ඕනේ මේ 120 30 40 කරන්නට ඕනේ.
මෙම ඉඩම් පනත මීට පෙර
When this Land Act was presented to Parliament in 2003, we challenged the legality of this act before the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court gave a decision that the act was not presented legally. The Supreme Court determined again, this time, that the act has been presented in violation of the procedures. So what is your opinion on acts of Parliament being presented illegally?
අදහස කුමක්ද
අපි ක්‍රමවේදයක් හොයාගන්න ඕනේ.
We have to find a procedure to increase the ownership of lands from 20% to 30% and then to 40%. Yes, there are groups that must be protected, but we must provide the opportunity to other groups as well. Do not create a ghost and defeat this MCC.
බිල් එක හදලා මේ MCC එක නම් පරාජය කරන්න එපා.
මේවා ගිවිසුම් නෙමෙයි. ඒවා ඇමරිකා
These are not agreements. These are similar to orders from America. They were not discussed amongst us. The agreement is sent to Sri Lanka, and the signed agreement is sent back to America immediately. That's how Sri Lanka signed the SOFA agreement. At no point of time during these past 70 years has the American military provided security to Sri Lanka. We were at war for 30 years. The US military has never helped Sri Lanka at a decisive moment during the war. It was the initial betrayal in 2007 that the Ranil Maitri government has extended for all eternity. The 2007 agreement contains 8 pages. The new document has more pages. So, Honourable Chairman, the difference between a patriot and a traitor is being measured by the weight of the pages between Wickramasinghe and Rajapaksa. So we would like to tell the people of this country that both the Wickramasinghe regime and the Rajapaksa regime have been betraying this country throughout their past. These are the evidence of their betrayal.
මේ වික්‍රමසිංහ පාලනය ගත්තා. මාතෘ භූමිය ගැන සතපාකිතක් නැතුව රට පාවා දීමේ ඉතිහාසයක් තමයි තියෙන්නේ. ඒවා තමයි මේ සාක්ෂි විදිහට තියෙන්නේ.